What's up, y'all? It's your girl Noor, and today I want to share some of crazy paranormal activities that happened to me and my family members and a couple friends that I know back home. Okay, so as y'all know, I'm from Africa, Tanzania. These things really does happen back home. Only when you're here, like in Canada or whatever, you're like, oh no, I don't believe it, da, da, da. But when you're back there, when you experience it, that's when you end up believing it. Up to today, I try to ignore the fact that it's real, but deep down, I know these things happen for real and it's true. And yeah, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, people just have some kind of power, some shit, but it's crazy, yo. So anyway, so when I was little, I used to go to my aunt's house because she had a daughter who's older than me, but we basically grew up together. So every, like, when I didn't have school, because I came here 13 years, well, now it's 14 years, but I was still like a little bigger, like I went to school back home and whatnot. So when I didn't have school, I used to go to my aunt's house. And then one night we were sleeping, me and my cousin, in the same bed, and then usually her bed is like right here, and then they have a dressing table here with a big mirror. So we're sleeping or whatever, and then I turn around, like I kind of got up and I looked by the dressing table and I see my cousin there standing up brushing her hair. So I'm like, what are you doing brushing your hair in the middle of the night? And then she didn't say nothing, she just ignored me, and then she kept brushing her hair. And then my cousin is still there on the bed, and then she kind of like moved and then like touched me, and I'm like, what the you know, I looked, she's here, and then I looked back by the mirror, she's like, that person is gone. Yo, that was the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like, these are true story, I promise you, no made up story. This shit is real, these things happen, but this happened when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm older, I'm not really scared. I try to pray and whatnot when I'm there back home, but it's like, this thing happened for real to me. And I remember I was sick. I had a high fever for 5 straight days because I was just so scared. Like, I just couldn't. I'm like, how is that possible? My cousin was brushing her hair and then she's right beside me sleeping. Like, that was so scary. Okay, so that's story number 1. Please don't be scared. Please don't be saying, oh, I'm never gonna go to Africa. Bitch, you better go, because y'all came from Africa, whoever you're from, okay? We all started back in Africa, so y'all better go visit back home, you know, motherland and all that. But anyway, but this thing happened. I mean, not only Africa, it happens everywhere. Every country, they have their own crazy stories, and this is what happened to me back home. So that's number 1. Number 2, it was my uncle. Okay, my uncle was a taxi driver. So one night he was driving like late at night, maybe like around 3, 4, you know, and then he was driving and then he passed like by the beach, and then he seen the girl, she's like walking and she's so beautiful and da da da. And then my uncle's like, hey, why are you walking in the middle of the night? It's dark, like you need a lift home. And then she's like, yeah, sure. And you know, she was smelling so good, and my uncle was like he couldn't help himself. He's like, okay, get in for free, you know what I'm saying? So the girl just got in the car, whatever, and then they drove, and then she's like, okay, stop here. It was like out of nowhere. And then he's like, are you sure you want me to leave you here? She's like, yeah, here is fine. Okay, so she got out. And then when she started walking, like she came around, and then she was gonna cross the road, and she came right in front of the taxi. And I swear, when she started walking in front of the taxi, he heard like the sound of like high heels kind of thing. So he looked at her feet, and it was horse feet. Okay, horse feet, not no high heels, not no human feet, or horse feet. My uncle right there, he started getting so like he was going crazy. He drove so fast to go home. He almost got in a car accident, and that was the craziest shit he ever happened to him. Like, he can never forget it, you know? Like, every time he tells me, and I'm like, yo, that is I don't know what I would do. I think I would die right there in my taxi. Like, I would literally just faint and die. That is so freaking scary. So that's scary. That's story number 2. And number 3 now, this was my brother's friend, okay? So every night, my brother's friend, they usually go to like a spot where this guy, he sells like fries and like outside, and then they go and usually sit down and play pool and all this kind of, is like all boys spot, right? So this guy went there and he was sitting down with his boys, and then this pretty girl, she passed by, okay, and she smelled so good, so it got everybody's attention. They all turned around and looked at her, and then they're like, yo, I dare you to go talk to her. And you know how boys are. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go, you know, say what up. And then whatever, he got up and then he started following her. And then the girl, she went in the alley where it was like so dark, and then she keep on walking. And mind, this guy is married and they just had a newborn baby, okay? So, okay, so he followed the girl, whatever, and then she went in the dark, and then she just kept on walking, like ignoring him. And he's like, hey, beautiful, why you ignore me? I just want to say you looking good and this and this. And then she's just there walking, and then she just disappeared. So the guy's like, what the F? Like, yo, he was so scared, and then he went back there, and then he told them the story, and they're like, nigga, shut up, like, stop lying, like, you know? He's like, I swear to you, like, she just disappeared out of nowhere. They're like, yeah, whatever, she didn't want your number, just be, you know, tell the truth. And then, okay, so when they're done playing pool and whatnot, like, he was still scared, like, he was still in his mind, like, he kept thinking about her, and then he ended up going home. And then when he got home, tell me why the girl, she started haunting him now. I guess she's like, yeah, you're following me, now I'm gonna follow you. So okay, this guy, like, he went to take a shower, he's seeing her right there. He goes and like lay down and cover himself with a blanket, like she's right there. Like, he started getting so scared, he was shaking. His wife is like, what's wrong? And like, he couldn't really say anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna be a pig and that's what happens. I mean, I feel bad, but it's like, yeah, that's what you get, right? So yeah, he took a pillow, like, he was so scared, like, he was shaking. He took a pillow, he put on his face, and she's still there, like, he's praying. And I guess when he started praying, the girl couldn't really get to him, so she went on the newborn baby, yo. Can you imagine? And I guess she sucked the baby's blood or some shit, and the baby was so blue when she woke up, or like when they woke up, because usually the baby, she wake up early in the morning and then she cries for her mom's breast, right? And then the mom is like, she felt some type of way. She's like, how come my child like didn't wake up to eat? And then when she got up to look at her, the baby's like she looked all pale and like bluish. And then she started freaking out, and then she was like, yo, what's going on? Like, look at the baby. And then he started freaking out, but then he was scared to say what happened. So he's just like, oh my God, I don't know. And then they end up calling this priest or whatever. And then, yeah, by the time the priest came, the baby's gone, yo. Like, this is a real story, I'm telling you guys. I know, as freaky as it sounds, like, these things happen for real. Like, I'm telling you, the baby was gone. Like, poor baby was dead. Like, yeah, ever since that day, I guess he learned his lesson, and he's been faithful to his wife. And, you know, sometimes shit happens for a reason, but, I mean, I wouldn't pray that for anybody, because that's so, like, you know, it's harsh. Like, that's bad. But, yeah, that's another one. And then now I have one last one, okay? This is in my own house. Like, my mom, she owns a house, so every time we'll go back home, like, we'll stay in our house, right? So every time people will come over, like old ladies, like neighbors or whatever, they will start like screaming and crying, you know, like being possessed. So we're like, okay, what's going on? And then they'll say like, oh, this house, there's something bad is digged in the middle of the ground, and like, you guys need either to move from here, or you need to like take that thing out. It's not good, da 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 da. you know, back home there's a lot of jealousy. People are looking at you like, oh my god, she's from Canada, like wow, like she's probably the richest. They don't know your struggle, they don't know what you're going through, you know. So yeah, I guess they're like, I don't know, for some reason they're mad with my mom, and they did something in the house. Like apparently what the people are saying, the people who know like this shit, whatever, they're saying how there's somebody's head, like, you know how dead, I don't know, you call scarp, what's this, like, you know when you're dead and like your whole skin is thing and then just the head. Yeah, it's like somebody's head is like digged in our garden, like right in the middle. Like who the hell goes to a freaking graveyard and carry somebody's freaking head and like go and put in somebody's house? Like I don't understand that. And I'm just like, what the F? Like, you know, that is the scariest shit ever. Yeah, so a lot of people, when they come over, they're like, they will be freaking out and saying this, I have this bad feeling, there's something bad here and da-da-da. Like, because we pray, like, I don't pray 5 times like I'm supposed to, but like, you know, like, we keep God like really close to us. But it's like some people, they just know these things, you know, those people who like, I don't know. But anyway, it was just so weird. Like, they keep saying there's something here, you need to remove it. And up to today, like, we haven't really done anything. But every time when people come around, like, they would like tell us, yeah, there's something bad here, like somebody did something bad to your mom, so she can like just be struggling with her, like, you know, her and all of you guys. Like, it's just so messed up. Like, I don't understand how wicked people can be, like, to go and try to ruin somebody else's life. Like, I don't know, I find that's very messed up. I can never, you know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to be happy and to be successful and whatever, and I pray for everybody to, you know, I wouldn't like anybody to be in like a miserable kind of life. Like, I don't understand how people can just do that to somebody else. Like, I just find that messed up. But anyways, guys, and oh, there's this other one, right? You guys would not believe this. So this one, apparently there's a guy, you go to him and then you tell him his you tell him his problems. You tell him your problems, and then when you do, what he does is give you a cup with some plants and whatnot, and you drink it, and then after half an hour you start feeling all kind of dizzy and like kind of like drunk. And then they put you in a room with like a bunch of other people who have the same issues, and then everybody have their own board. And then after, when you're feeling all dizzy, you look at the board and then you talk. You say, whoever did something bad to me, like, I want to see your face. Like, who are you? Like, why are you doing this? And then the person apparently who's doing bad things to you, like, their picture just shows up in the freaking board. That is the craziest shit, okay? I experience it because I don't really believe anything anybody tells me unless I see it to myself. So when my cousin told me one time he lost, somebody stole his phone, and then he went to see who it was, and he seen it, one of his boys, literally, he seen his boys taking off the phone, and I'm just like, shut up, like, there's no such thing. Take me to this man, let me see it. And then, yeah, when I went there, I drank the thing. Like, I'm very, like, I want to know things for myself. I want to see it for myself. Like, I just don't believe, and I'm just, you know, I'm very, like, open mind. Like, I'm just like, no way, like, take me there. I want to see if this is for real. Like, I don't believe you. He took me there, so I'm like, yeah, I heard apparently somebody did something to my mom's house, and tell me what, after I drink that thing, after half an hour, I promise to God, you guys, this is like legit, real, 100%. I went to the room and I had the board right in front of me, and I'm like, yeah, whoever you are, you did something bad to my mom or whatever, you're trying to ruin all of our lives, let me see your face. Tell me why some girl showed up. A girl, she's wearing all this, she covered herself, and like she's just walking around. That's all I see, like she's walking around. And I was so freaked out. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? Like, yo, trust me, you guys, these things are real. Like, I just, yeah. I pray, I try to pray all the time, and I try not to get freaked out, but this thing is real. Like, some scary shit out there, you guys. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoy this scary video, scary stories. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Love you.